my leaves, I'm gonna go ahead and draw a black line in the center of them as well. So I'm tracing on either side of my stems. This is where you have to pay attention to, like where you drew your stems and where you drew your leaves. And this is a great way too, if your green kind of ran all over the place, you can just fix it up by pretending to draw a leaf there or pretending to draw a stem there. Kind of hides everything. I'm gonna go ahead and trace the top of that bowl, that line, go around your edges. And I'm gonna go ahead and trace my stems in my bowl as well. And I kind of like it when all the stems aren't the same length. So if you want to make some stems longer, some stems shorter, you can do that as well. They don't have to perfectly match up with your flowers in the vase as well. And I'm gonna go ahead and draw my water line, make sure it's going on top of those stems, and then a little bit around it as well to show that it's not completely all the way full. And that is our other Mother's Day card. Turned out super cute. It might be cute too to do kind of like a light wash of a color behind it. So have fun with that one. The last little step I'm gonna do is I'm gonna color in my cute little heart here. And that's it for that one. So for our next card here, you will need either a bowl or a cup, something that you can trace that's round. The thing that's going to be a perfect size for me is this peanut can. So you're going to kind of have to find what fits your card. I'm working with smaller cards today. So I'm just going to go ahead and haphazardly trace that around. Then I'm going to go ahead and erase part of the top of the circle. So it's just a half circle like so. And then in the center of this card, it says Happy Mother's Day. And then this is like kind of like a half flower wreath. So I'm gonna go ahead and start from the bottom and then go up to the sides. So this one has a lot of little coffee bean florals on it. I'm gonna go ahead and kind of draw all my coffee beans real quick. And then once I kind of have my coffee bean plants in place, I'm gonna go ahead and add my foliage. This is where you can kind of have fun. You can draw all sorts of different textures of leaves, different sizes and shapes. Make your wreath larger depending on how far you go out with your leaves. Whenever I draw eucalyptus or something that's trying to mimic it, it's almost like the leaves come in a V pattern, and then at the end they have that one little single leaf. This almost looks like a Christmas tree piece here. I'm gonna go ahead and stop it right there. And as I'm looking at my writing, I think I want to make it a little bit more centered. Move Jay over. I'll go ahead and paint this. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do all of my little coffee beans again. I'm gonna kind of go red and purple with these. So since they are in different strands, I'll do like a red strand, and then maybe a light purple. Or I really do like this red. I'm gonna use a lot of this. Again, when you're doing floral, I think it's kind of nice to not have perfect painting. I think it looks better when it's a little bit, I guess, homemade looking, handmade looking, when it's a little bit off of what you originally drew. It just gives it a little, I don't know. Makes it more interesting looking. And nothing in the real world is perfectly symmetrical, right? So I'm really liking the red, so I'm actually just gonna make all my coffee beans red. I think it's a really pretty pop of color. And I'm gonna go ahead and start doing all my greens. I'm gonna start with my light green first. And I'm just mimicking my drawing with brush strokes. Go in with my next lightest green. I'm gonna color all of my giant leaves this kind of blue-green. And then depending on how much water you add to any of your colors, you can make them darker or lighter. So I'm using the same green right now, but different amounts of water, and it's coming out to look like two separate types of green. Then I'm gonna go ahead and move in with my darkest green. And I'm gonna go ahead and go in with another type of green. I'm gonna go in with my kind of sage green watercolor. Going in with another dark green watercolor pen. And double checking, see if I missed any greens. Go ahead with this dark green and just draw a vein in my darker green leaves here. gonna go ahead and go in with my brown and trace my wreath. I'm gonna try this kind of lighter brown watercolor here. And I'm just gonna follow all of my stems. And I'll add a few twigs here and there as well. Like so. I'm gonna go ahead and take my black marker. Let's put a tissue over here, it's a little wet. And I'll go ahead and take my pencil. And then when this is completely dry, I'll go ahead and take my pencil over my watercolors and just erase any pencil lines that are left over. And that is another Mother's Day card for you guys. And I believe we just have one more. All right, bye. All right, this is our last Mother's Day card for this series. And I'm gonna go ahead and just actually freehand today with our writing. So I'm gonna go in with my black watercolor marker. Freehand Best Mom Ever here, and I'm actually going to freehand the rest of these as well. So this one kind of has a wreath pattern to it where it's really just following the direction of the writing. So I'm going to go ahead and just do some of those little, almost look like green acorns. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to freehand all of my flowers, and then I'll go back and add all their stems and little details. So I'm going in with my pink now, and I'm just gonna draw these little like mum flowers that they have in the example here. So it almost looks like the wind is just kind of taking them around the picture here. Sometimes I think the best art is not planned, just kind of haphazardly executed. And then those same flowers repeat on this side. Kind of just little round then we have those pink mum looking flowers again on this side. Then we have some almost eucalyptus looking flowers, or not flowers, but leaves. Again, eucalyptus always comes in a V-like pattern on their stems. Then we have those green acorns repeating on the other side as well. And kind of going through our R. Like so. Then we have actually the same color green. Little floral dots. Always in patterns of odd, 3 or 1. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take I'm gonna take some brown and then some I wanna say like a sagey green. So let me go ahead and grab my brown. So my brown is definitely going through my acorns. And I'm gonna go ahead and link those. And then I also see brown through my eucalyptus. And then I'm gonna take that sage green again that I had earlier and use that on these little mum flowers. And then they have these almost little bow leaves. I'm gonna use that same one on these as well. And then on my acorns, I'm gonna take a darker, actually I might take a black. I'm gonna use my Flair pen and just draw that little acorn looking bottom on them, I guess top. It's kind of like a little 3. And then I'll go ahead and just check out the rest, see if I want to add any more details on those flowers. And no, I think that looks good. So that one was super quick, freehand. You can always add more flowers or less flowers if you like. And that is our last card for today, guys. So give your mothers in your lives a great big hug and thank them for all they've done, or your grandmothers, or that very important person that you're gonna be celebrating. And I hope you have an amazing day. All right, thanks guys, bye.